Would you please stand for the processional? Please be seated. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Mark Andreessen, the principal of Mandan High School, and I welcome all of you to Mandan High School's graduation commencement. Before we begin our ceremony today, I ask you to assist me in silencing your cell phones, and thank you for assisting us in keeping our grounds tobacco-free, as well as doing your best to social distance. At this time, I would like to introduce the platform guests. I ask that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. The members of Mandan School Board, Mr. Sheldon Wolf, and our board president, Dr. Tim Rector. The Assistant Superintendent of Public Schools, Mr. Jeff Fosnot, and our Superintendent, Dr. Mike Bitts. Thank you guys for all you've done for education in Mandan. You guys can sit. You can sit. Ready? We will now listen to a musical selection dedicated to this year's senior class. It is presented by Carrie Hess with her guitarist, Mr. John Lee.
Packing us friends. No, a lifetime's not too long to live as friends.
Thank you, Carrie and John. Please welcome President of the senior class, Kelby Arenas.
Graduates, administration, teachers, parents, and relatives, good evening and welcome to the 2020 Mandan High School graduation commencement. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Some of us thought this day would never come, and then COVID-19 came and we really thought this day would never come. We weren't sure how this day would look, but we made it, and to say we went out in a big way would be an understatement. As we look back on the last 4 years, we have a lot of memories to celebrate. Our first day of high school, dress-up days, homecomings, pep rallies, dances, sporting events, concerts, plays, and musicals. Our athletic teams, band, choir, and debate teams celebrated numerous all-region and all-state performances. We can also brag about having the best student cheer section in the state thanks to senior leaders. Our school spirit cannot be beat. We have proven to those around us we will never back down. We've rallied around those who have lost and those we have lost. We've learned what it means to be a Mandan brave. Through these memories, we've also learned many life lessons. Today, as we begin a new chapter of memories, and prepare for our future, there are 4 simple but important lessons I want to share with you. Make your bed, fail and fail often, find your grit, and remember where you came from. Through my experiences, especially in the last 4 years, I have learned these lessons. These lessons will motivate you, keep you grounded, and remind you to never give up. Number 1, make your bed. During our distance learning, many of us were assigned a lesson that included Admiral William McRaven's commencement speech to Massachusetts Institute of Technology. McRaven, a retired Navy SEAL, had a clear message: make your bed. This year, my grandmother gifted me McRaven's book, Make Your Bed, which was the basis of his speech. First, you should know I do, in fact, make my bed every day. I never miss making my bed. According to McRaven's words, if you want to change the world, start out by making your bed. It may sound silly, but making your bed will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task and another and another. Pretty soon you will have a long list of accomplishments. Making your bed every day helps to reinforce the importance of life's finer details, giving you a sense of pride, structure, and accomplishment. McRaven emphasizes if you can't do the little things right, you will never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a bad day or things don't go your way, at least you will always come home to a bed that is made. Number 2, fail and fail often. In fact, you should embrace your failures. Screenwriter and director Aaron Sorkin once said, "The world doesn't care how many times you fall down, as long as it's fewer than the amount of times you get back up." It is okay to fail. Failures allow us to grow. When we fail, we become more compassionate, empathetic, and kind to others. Through failures, we learn valuable lessons, become more determined, and can achieve more than we ever intended. Fall down, make mistakes, fail more than once. It is impossible to avoid adversity, but adversity means opportunity. Mistakes and failures are our way of getting to where we need to be. Number 3, find your grit. Finding your grit means finding your mental toughness, getting out of your comfort zone. Writer Chris Morris once said, "Grit is having the courage to push through no matter what the obstacles are, because it's worth it." Oftentimes we focus too much on talent, grades, and scores. Grit and determination can prove to be just as important. There are no handouts. You will always have to work to prove yourself. Rather than making excuses or reasons why we can't do something, set a goal and think of how you're going to get things done. Focus on your goal with passion, perseverance. Be stubborn, resilient, bounce back from failures and setbacks, and believe the work you are doing is worth it. Number 4, remember where you came from. Author Nishan Panwar said, "Always remember where you came from and who you were, but live each day for what you became and who you are." None of us are here today because we did it on our own, so say thank you and say it often. Thank you to the administration and teachers of Mandan High School. With your expertise, guidance, and probably a lot of patience, you have prepared us for the next chapter in our lives. I can say with pride, I was educated by the best district with the best teachers in the state. Thank you to our parents, for you have spent the last 18 years grooming us. Now it's time for you to celebrate our graduation and the fact that we will finally be out of your homes. As we move forward, it is time to surround ourselves with a new set of people. I encourage you to find new people who will challenge and inspire you. I hope each and every one of you hold on to at least one lesson I shared with you today and use it as you embark on your journey. With great pride, I would like to say congratulations to the Mandan High School class of 2020. Thank you for the memories, and always remember, dream big, work hard, and never give up. Best of luck in the future as you take on the world and accomplish everything you set out to do. Our next speaker will be Kayla Wentz, senior class valedictorian.
Welcome everyone, and thank you for coming to support Mandan's graduating class of 2020. And for all of the graduates, congratulations on being here today. Boy, has it been a year. March 13th, the day many of us found out about the magnitude of COVID-19, where state basketball was canceled, as well as all other sports and activities until further notice. March 15th, the day we found out, woohoo, no school this week, until it continued into the next week and the next week and the next. And our excitement, if we ever had any, really started to die off. COVID-19 has stormed the world. It has stormed our world. It felt like everything we had was taken away from us, just like that. It has negatively impacted us in a lot of ways. Not getting to go to school and see our friends every day. No sports and extracurricular activities. This one is especially painful for many of us, as this is where we felt most involved in our school. This is where we were a part of a team and a family. Because of COVID, we've had virtually no social interaction. I'm pretty sure that by the third or fourth week, even those who consider themselves to be introverts were desperate to be around people. It has given us a lot of anxiety of the uncertain future. Many of us have dealt with financial stress, especially as most of us are headed off to college, which is widely known as one of the biggest financial challenges we will face in our lifetime. Sorry, Dave Ramsey, I don't know if this whole cash for college thing is going to work out. And lastly, as I'm sure you've all experienced through this COVID-caused quarantine, it has given us a newfound lack of motivation, also known as laziness. And we thought senioritis was bad when we were in school. But through these hard times, we are learning to focus on the positive, because as tough as this all has been, a lot of good has come out of it. First and foremost, it has given us lots of time to get TikTok famous, as well as provided us with many memes and stories for the future. I could start sharing some, but then we'd be here all day. On a more serious note, it has given us a newfound appreciation for the life that we live. Before all this happened, I was always complaining about how busy and stressed and tired I was, and now I would give anything to have that life back. Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it is taken away from us. COVID has given us an appreciation for the people around us. I mean, look at the impact that it's had on our community. Hearts on everyone's windows to show people that we miss them and we care. Drive around parades to make someone's birthday special, or to make students feel cared about by their teachers. People coming together to make sure everyone has access to food for their families so that no one goes hungry. COVID has taught us to be compassionate towards one another. And through all this, we have learned to live in the moment because we never know what is going to happen, which is well captured in the quote, "Life is what we make it, always has been, always will be." We need to stop being so consumed with what our future holds that we let the present slip away. It is called present for a reason, after all. It is a gift. The future isn't promised, but right now is, so it is our job to make it count. We've learned a lot during our years in high school. No, I'm not talking about what we learned in our classes, although I'm sure those battle names and dates from history class will come in handy someday. But our greatest lessons have come from outside the classroom. Sports and extracurricular activities taught us the importance of hard work and giving your all every time. Our jobs taught us the value of a good work ethic, and we learned how to manage money. High school taught us how to manage with everything that we had going on. Yes, our classes taught us valuable information, but it was the overall experience of high school that developed who we have become. And now we move on to our next chapter in life. So let us not forget all of the great memories we have made, and use the lessons over these past 4 years and through our current situation to plan for the amazing futures we all have ahead of us. But most importantly, let us learn to treasure right now and make every day worth it. And now our senior class speaker, Danik Vega.
Good evening, and thank you for coming to the graduation for the class of 2020, the class with perfect vision. Well, I don't think any of us saw this coming. While in quarantine, I hope you learned new things. For instance, I learned how to be a lethal sharpshooter in driveway basketball. I also learned how to bike with no hands on one of my countless bike rides as a reason to get out of the house. Another pretty big thing I had to learn was how to cook, since I didn't have the choice of receiving food from our wonderful lunch ladies led by the almighty Marianne, the protector of ranch. But I think the most important thing I learned during this experience of isolation was how to appreciate the little things. You learn to appreciate the things such as the early morning commutes to get to the school, to get the perfect parking spot. Or maybe it was the classes and the teachers that may have made your day. Or possibly it was the people that you got to see each day, whether it was your best friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, or maybe just that one person you have in your math or science class that you talked to only during that period that made your day. The realization of not seeing these people frightened us because as a senior, once it's over, nothing is guaranteed. You think, was that the last time I'll see them? This realization is part of growing up. This is a much tougher pill to swallow for this group of people in front of me because the MHS class of 2020 was a much more tight-knit class than most. I'm proud to say that coming from Mandan, we all knew each other. Whether it is the class clowns such as Austin Fry, who can always pick you up with a classic knock-knock joke about broken pencils, or the star athletes such as Elijah Klein, or maybe the choir and drama kids who can sing you a song off the top of their heads such as Eve Scott and Isaac Murphy. By the way, Isaac, I will be waiting for that platinum album to drop. This class was always ready to rally behind each other, whether it was a state semifinal football game or a musical production of The Wizard of Oz. We were there for each other. Classes before ours always gave themselves something to be somewhat ashamed of being from Mandan, whether it was their class could never beat Bismarck or other teams in sports, or because they thought their class didn't have enough popular peers. But not the class of 2020. We heard these discouraging words and used them as a chip on our shoulders, always pushing ourselves to beat the stigma, whether it be in the weight room or even when talking to people we had never met. Coming from Mandan may seem like a disadvantage to others' point of view, but in reality, they're wrong. Coming from Mandan just means we have what it takes to go beyond what others expect from us, because we know how it feels to have the bar set for us. All people from Mandan understand this, but especially these people in front of me. This class knows this adversity and can always rely on the others around you today to help you get through the dark and tough times we all experience in life. For instance, I experienced my own dark and tough time my junior year when I suffered a severe knee injury, which ended my football season early, as well as other sports I participated in. Not being able to compete with my friends and teammates hurt and confused me. I had no idea where to go from there, and worst of all, doctors weren't sure if I was going to be able to play a snap of football again. Every day I worked on rehabilitating my knee, even if it hurt or didn't feel comfortable. I wanted to get back on the field with those amazing teammates. At this point in the speech, you're probably thinking, oh no, this is going to be a story about athletics and determination. Well, that is where you're wrong. With all this new time on my hands, I was looking for something to take my mind off things. With a couple nudges from friends, I was convinced into joining the school musical. At first, I was hesitant, but I ended up loving it, and the people in it who were always so bubbly. You could be on stage and mess up a line during practice, or even a live performance like I may have done, and they wouldn't be mad, but instead make a joke of it and expect you to move on. While this was going on, I was convinced by another set of peers and a certain teacher to join DECA to further my education in marketing. Again, I was hesitant, but the outcome was the same. The people in DECA were some of the most motivated people who offered so much support and new experiences. Not only was it the people in those clubs and activities I joined that made that time easier for myself, it was the community of Mandan High. It was the peers, teachers, and close friends that all made differences in my life, as well as others around them. High school is not easy, and neither is life. But when you have great people like these in front of me to help and guide you on the way, nothing seems too difficult. High school is one of the greatest times of our lives, but it isn't over after this. Continue to push the limits and break through the stigma anybody holds against you. With the people around you that you grew up with, it shouldn't be that hard. I want to send us off with a quote from Green Day's song, Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, that my mom found in a Facebook post that was meant to make us, the class of 2020, sad. It's something unpredictable, but in the end, it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. Yes, the post and lyric did its trick and got me sad, but I thought it spoke volumes to what has happened. Yeah, no one saw this coming, but it is what was meant to happen. So continue to have the time of your life, just like I know we did on this 4-year journey. And now some words from our stellar principal, Mr. Andreessen.
Thank you, Kelby, Kayla, and Danik. Great job again. Good job. Class of 2020, you finally made it. For the past 9 weeks of your lives have been greatly impacted by unknowns and unfortunately cancellations, which in turn have led to missed opportunities, as well, unfortunately, to disappointment. Although you will not get back these opportunities, I do not want you to think that you are leaving the high school empty-handed. For years, people have been telling you simply little quotes. Growing up is not easy. Welcome to the real world. Life is not fair. Each of these quotes provides each one of you with a different meaning. In reality, each one of these sayings should be a reminder to each one of us and each one of you that you need to be in control of your own life. I encourage each one of you to live your life by doing, by dreaming, by achieving. As tomorrow, that opportunity may not exist, which is exactly what we've learned through all of this. Now, let's reflect a little bit on the past 13 years. As I reflect, I see some of you chose a path very quiet and uneventful, while some of you chose a path that challenged you academically and may have even gotten you involved in numerous school activities. Finally, some of you chose a path that even ended up in a few trips to my office. Class of 2020, no matter what path you truly chose these past 13 years, please understand that your life is just beginning. You've been provided a solid foundation by your parents, your teachers, and by your education. You have created lasting friendships, unknowingly mentored future students of Mandan High School. In my eyes, the legacy of your class will not be remembered by a virus, but it will be remembered and seen daily as a reflection of the future students that walk the halls of MHS, that participate on a field, in a rink, or on a stage. And that's a tribute to all of you. On behalf of the staff and administration of Mandan High School, know that each one of you carries with you on your new journey our best wishes for a happy and successful future. I personally thank each one of you for your contributions, your leadership, your friendship that you have provided during these years at MHS. Mandan High School is a better place because of you. In closing, I will leave you with my last few words of advice with one of my favorite quotes. Life truly is what you make of it. The world is now at your hands, and I hope you are ready to grasp the opportunity. Go out, make a difference, and by doing that, you will make us all proud. Congratulations, and good luck, class of 2020. All right, after 4 years, you're tired of hearing me speak, right? Let's go, right? All right, let's get on with this. Dr. Bitts, Mandan School Board members, I certify that the seniors assembled here have met the minimum requirements set forth by the Mandan Board or Mandan School Board and the North Dakota Department of Public Instruction and should receive a Mandan High School diploma. At this time, I would ask each student to come forward as your name is read and you receive your diploma. So that the names of each graduate can be heard and recognized, we ask the cooperation from the audience in refraining from expressing their congratulations until the entire class has received their diploma. Ready to roll?
Alexander Edward Allen. Alana Ray Alexson. Blake Aarons. Jordan Aarons. Brenna R. Austin. Haley R. Barnhart. Justin Bauer. Dylan S. Becker. Seth Berg. Ashlyn E. Bergen. Andriana Rebecca Berger. Carter Pete Berger. Janie Marie Berger. Ricky Berlin. Alex Benstock. Ryan Joseph Blowers. Lexus L. Bohe. Christian John Bondison. Alex Boutros. Dawson R. Broughton.
Brendan Buller. Savannah Butler. Dane A. Carlson. Aaliyah Clark. Miranda Claris. Zachary R. Condon. Gavin N. Corley. Majela R. Kraus. Chasen J. Cymbaluk. Willow Rose Daniel. Lakin J. Darris. Kylie Davenport. Brennan Davis. Ayla Demurray. Anthony S. Demers. Jada Dennis. Jaden Dietz. Dalen James Dillman. Trinity Nicole Duran. Taylor Ann Dutenheffer.
Armand Charging Edmonton. Cage R. Ekstrom. Nathan Alvin Ing. Courtney J. Enzi. Charlie W. Erickson. Hannah Lynn Fowl. Caden C. Felch. Hallie A. Fitzer. Kyler Feist. Brody Fink. Jared Fitterer. Taylor Addison Fix. August J. Fleck. Yanciel Jose Flores. Devin Dakota 40. Rain M. Freed. Anna Fry. Tiana Mackenzie Folium.
Benjamin Gartner. Dylan M. Garvaluk. Kaya Diane Gayet. Elizabeth Nicole Geiger. Olivia C. Geiger. Sydney Grace Gerhart. Bobby Ann Geezer. Elizabeth Goodhart. Cole J. Grainer. Ethan Benjamin Gress. Rachel E. Hallendorf. Michaela Hansen. Alyssa Lynn Hudson-Bueller. Hunter Allen Heinley. Jace James Helgeson. Brittany K. Helm. Hayden Nicole Hewitt. Grant Himmelspach. Caden C. Herkett.
Riley Joe Hazel. Cutter J. Howard. Liberty Lamb Hurley. Tate Stephen Louise Jablonski. Should have been Lewis. Oh. Cambry Johnner. Ina Nicole Jasmine. Connor J. Jenkins. Braden R. Johnson. Haley Johnson. Garrett Patrick Joyce. Madison Just. Wyatt Asa Joe Kellum. Dewar L. Kermy Jr. Anne Eileen Kessler. Brooke Ann Kinishitsky. Caitlin Nicole Kinishitsky. Campbell Kirkmeyer. Elijah Klein.
Will Kleinknecht. Maggie G. Knoll. Morgan Marie Kraft. Colby Kramer. Madeline Rose Krupp. James I. Larson. Keyshawn Michael Larson. Cam Langang. Charles H. Liffrig. Nate Robert Lillis. Taylor Mercedes Lurch. Anna Lloyd. Dante C. Maloney. Colton John Markle. Anna Ursula Mathseth. Nellie Ray Mathseth. Parker Lee Matheson. Andrea Diane McCubbin. Wyatt James McGee.
Kelsey Jean McClellan. Butchered that one. Faith Malhoff. Justine Ann Malhoff. Olivia Grace Mires. Karamia Miller. Patrick Ryan Miller. Justin R. Mitchell. Adam Mock. Joshua Jason Moe. Maria Moore. Austin Morrell. Jaden P. Moser. Haley Danielle Mullins. Isaac P. Murphy. Keaton Myrie. Michael J. Neibauer. Connor D. Nelson. Jennifer Lynn Ness. Tucker Neva. Ashley Nicole Newman.
Bowden Lee Olson. Noah Olson. Brendan Eric Palmer. Ashley Grace Patrick. Kaya Grace Paul. Cambry Bell Perkins. Samuel R. Peterson. Lauren J. Pleats. Colby Miles Portra. Mackenzie Porchnow. Alexander Wade Polkerbeck. Philip James Austin Purvis. Molly K. Rawl. Ethan Rassett. Thane Sterling Rector. Thomas James Reese. Hunter Robert Reinke. Tandra Denise Rankin. Lance Rentschler. Kelby May Renus.
Aaron Riopel. Zoe Anastasia Ritz. Jaden J. Rorick. Dawson R. Roosh. Isabella Rose Russell. Justice Jason Saylor. Morgan Ray Schlosser. Devin P. Schmidt. Ethan Schmidt. Bailey Bethan Schock. Mason Schrader. Levon Hudson Schultz. Eve M. Scott. Carson Tate Sedovic. Sean Seafeld. Mason Sheldon. Benjamin Anton Stein. Riley Stutz. Cassie Stramer.
Tiffany Summers. Zachary Severson. Jenna Rose Thompson. Michael A. Tishmack. Cody A. Tokash. Kaylee Jo Tweedy. Icy Snow Elizabeth Unger. Madison Ivy Untershear. Adam W. Utter. Danik Alejos Vega. Elijah Voigt. Dustin Robert Volk. Isabel Wansroll. Sabrina M. Welk. Kayla Wentz. Reese Marie Wetstein. Jackson Dale Weist. Kobe S. Wolf. Landry J. Yonser.
Jaden Robert Yeager. Jetta C. Zocker. Parker William Zander. Jeremy Badner. Cassidy Jans.
We got it done. We did good for not having a practice.
Okay, class of 2020. Would you all please rise? Just class of 2020. At this time, I would ask that each one of you takes your right hand and places it on your tassel. On the count of 3, I ask that each one of you move your tassel from your left to your right side to signify that a new chapter in your life has just begun. 1, 2, 3. Good job, you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and join the Mandan High School's graduated class of 2020 in our school song? Just a few quick announcements as the seniors are picking up their hats and getting back into their chairs, please. I want to thank each one of you guys for being here today, and also thank each one of you for practicing social distancing throughout the course of our activity and as we exit. I also extend a special thank you to the Mandan High School custodial staff, as well as Mr. Quinnis and Mrs. Rederath for reading the names. As I escort the newly graduated seniors off the field, we ask that you vacate the complex. Please have a safe and enjoyable weekend, everybody. Congratulations!